Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you why we are not getting Susie, why we are not keeping Susie. Alexa, turn on Ring.
Okay.
So, let me explain. Now that I'm at an okay point. So, ignore my messy here. What happened was about 2 weeks ago, my mom's brother called and talked about how he, rescued a dog and stuff. Well, then the next day we got a phone call that we were keeping her and that's not the case anymore. And I get it, even though my heart is kind of iffy. I get it. So what essentially happened was, eventually, stuff went on, getting him down here and stuff. But when he got down here, we instantly met Susie. Susie is not an outgoing dog. She doesn't go to people. She gets scared and different things. And I fell in love with her because she kind of reminded me of myself, but as a dog. Because truth is that I am not an outgoing person. On social media, that's the one thing that I will say is different, is that on social media I'm more open and more outgoing because the truth is that behind, not on social media, I'm actually more shy, and the reason is because I can't see you on social media. I see you on Instagram sometimes, and you, tag me in something, or, all of this. So what really happened, though, I'm gonna get to it. So, they got here at, 6 in the morning. They came in around 7. And, on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. And they spent the whole day here, and instantly we saw that Susie's a little more shy. She doesn't really go to people, but she loves my mom's brother. And he started talking a little bit about how once she's with us, he's gonna go, pick out a dog from the pound or something. And, just to have another friend. He has a dog. Um, and then kind of what happened, though, let me get into it. So, yesterday they spent the whole day here. Things were great. I picked her up and stuff, and the thing was, he left. He, left to go look at cars and things with my dad, since his was having problems or something. And the entire time he left all the dogs here and stuff. And what happened was Susie really was his dog. And I mean that as hard as it is for me, my mom made the right decision. So what happened, though, was she kept whining at the door like she missed him a lot. And instantly in that moment that kind of made me think, and nobody said anything, but I was kind of thinking she's his dog, and I ultimately was gonna keep her because my heart needed it, my heart wanted it, but it wasn't meant to happen. Then this morning, and he woke up, and I turned on See What Dance Pop Revolution to watch the last episode, and what happened was that all of a sudden we were watching it, and then all of a sudden my mom's like, you can keep her. Not in, she's your dog, you can keep her. And then I paused See What Dance Pop Revolution, and I came back into, the back bathroom, and I started crying. I started freaking out. like to the point where I was crying so that I like almost forgot how to breathe. Like things were a mess. And then my dad came back because he knew that I was crying, and came and talked to me, and I'm like, he's like, what do you want me to do? It's in between them two. And I'm like, go try to convince her, like, for us to keep her with. So then what happened was all of a sudden, so my dad goes out to like convince her all of this, and I was waiting and waiting, like freaking out, crying, and I almost pulled the bathroom sink over because it's not like bolted in or something. I don't know, but I kept like freaking out, like I'm losing my baby, like. And then pulling, so I kept like just pacing around in the bathroom, like crying, like trying to calm down, but not being able to. Like, same thing in the mirror. Some of them I regret, some of them I don't. The only thing that I regret saying was I did say, like, I basically said I hate her. Like, I basically said that about my mom. That's not true. I knew it was the right decision. The thing was, I was upset then. And I think, truth be told, I'm gonna be honest here, and this might have my family mad, but it might not. I don't really care. Not saying anything I can't say. But I think what happened was I was upset with everyone. I was upset over everything. I was upset over that sometimes I was upset with myself because I get in my head sometimes with dance, and I'm almost like knock myself down worse than anyone else can. And that's the thing. And I was upset about that. And what I mean by that is there are times, and I notice it's mainly on Mondays, because Mondays are like the day with like acro and stuff with Abby. I think what I was on those days sometimes, I almost get in the mindset that's so horrible to be in. Like, where I knock myself down. Like, I knock myself down, and it's really horrible. And I tell myself that I'm not good enough and stuff when it's not true. And then every single time when I do something that I couldn't do before, it makes me so excited. When Abby says something good about me, it just gets me out of that mindset, and it's really annoying. So that was going on. Then I was mad because my mom didn't warn me about the, like, she kind of just said something without warning. And so I was mad about that. She apologized for that. Here's the thing. When I was little, if I got upset, I wouldn't even try to fix it. I would just throw a fit. Today, that's kind of what happened. But it was different this time. This time, I kind of had my moment, and that lasted a really long time. It lasted like over an hour. And where I was just, like, a moment. Have to do that sometime. I'm okay. I had my moment, and that moment lasted an hour. But the thing is, that I was upset that she didn't tell me. And that's what, so after I had my moment, after I calmed down, then I kind of, I just kind of finished watching Secret Dance Pop Revolution. I kind of, didn't bring it up for a little bit. We gave Sam all of the toys in her stocking. We took down her stocking because it was too hard to look at. Okay. Sorry, I haven't fully recovered. But afterwards, I kind of told Mom. I kind of tried to talk about it without turning it much of anything. And I think the thing was that then, so before all of this, the thing was I was also upset with Dad because he didn't let me say goodbye. And the reasoning was I didn't know. So for what I knew, he was out there in the living room trying to convince Mom to let me keep her because my mom's brother was already on board with us keeping her. So, plus also, in a way, we're gonna get her one day. We're gonna get her. Because my mom promised him that if something happens to him, we'll get both of the dogs. Because they both love us. Well, Susie's still warming up to Mom and Dad. But I'll fix this in a minute. I don't know if I'm gonna dance tonight. I don't know yet. It depends on my situation later on. But if something happens, if he passes away or something, we're gonna get both dogs. He said that he's putting that down because they love us and we're the best home for them. So, and I was upset with everyone else. And what I mean by that is I'll get to that in a minute. But what happened was I thought Dad was convincing her or trying to, and Dad felt bad. He felt bad because I was in the back bathroom, crying and heartbroken. I'm okay. He was upset though. He was upset because I was in the bathroom crying and with what was going on and the fact that my mom was kind of just acting like nothing was really going on. So he was mad about that. But then she kind of explained it to us that there's nothing she could have really done. She could have said we're keeping her. But she said in the sense there was nothing she could do for me. And she put it this way. She said she made a deal with me, which is if something, she'll talk to me about it from now on instead of just saying it. And also, she said she'll try to do something sometime and make it up to me, just like a little something, let me pick somewhere and to get lunch at one day. Something small just to kind of try to make it up to me a little bit. And what she means by she couldn't really help me was because she can't get up and just go into the bathroom and help me. She can't. But what I found out though, which is why I was mad at Dad, was that all of a sudden, after like, I want to say a good little bit of time, like at least 20 minutes, he comes back there and is like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, please tell them I'll do anything. Like, he went like they already left. He went like, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to make it worse. I'm okay. By the way, the reason this keeps happening, like me like keep kind of like almost crying but not really getting there, is because I do love her, but I also know it's the right decision. It's not easy on me, but it's what needs to happen. Then I was upset with everyone else, like with almost everyone in my family, because of things. This year, everyone's just kind of been doing their thing. But I feel like after everything I gone through this year, and I can't even say, and that makes it worse on me, I was just kind of annoyed with everyone. And I was partly annoyed about something else that, which is kind of the thing that I was partly annoyed about, was that my sister doing like a family get together thing for Christmas, and my mom really wants to go to it. I don't want to go to it. My dad doesn't really, but we're going because my mom, because she needs to see them. They need to see her, but first she's not around anymore, cause that's true. And it's not me doing like anything against my family. It's just us kind of comes down to where, okay, I might cry. I don't know. It comes down to where I personally all I wanted to do for Christmas is to enjoy everything I got for Christmas, and also, like, just hang out with Sam and stuff, and be away from, like, family, really. And that sounds horrible to me, but also I can't even say the reason. It's just everything. So I was like annoyed about all of that, and on top of it, I got horrible news this week that like got to me, which was I found out Elliot Walmsley. I look up to everyone on Dance Moms, but the two that have stood out the most to me is JoJo Siwa and Elliot Walmsley. They both played a huge part in why I started dancing, because like Dance Moms and everything like is how I really fell in love with dance, because I found out that there's more than just ballet and tap. Because even though because at the time, like, I didn't know what hip hop was. Like, I knew nothing. Like, in my mind, when you said dance, I knew four things. I knew a waltz, like a ballroom waltz, which I knew was for, like, I think weddings and, like, fancy parties and things like that. And I knew tap. And I knew ballet. And I also knew a little bit of, like, a ballroom type thing. I'm not disappointed in the situation. I am, but I'm not. And so I, like, with all of that, so they opened my eyes and showed me that, like, there's other styles out there. There's hip-hop. There's, oh wait, I knew jazz. Like, but I also didn't know much. So, like, I found out Eliana is in the hospital. Oh, I think because Piper posted a TikTok with the caption "Get well soon," and it's in the background. They're like in a hospital, and Eliana in a hospital bed, like acting like she's in the hospital. And then some some photos were posted. So, like that, but the thing is, I don't know why. Like, no one really knows why or anything. And some other good news, like, that kind of makes this a little bit better. And that makes sense. And that kind of, like, partly makes up for it a little bit, but not fully. Here's the thing is, I have nothing up against my mom's brother for this because he wanted us to have her. And I agree with my mom. I was upset. I was upset that nothing was said beforehand and that there was no warning. So that's what I was upset about. Nothing to do up against her. But yeah, a lot was just kind of going on. And I feel more like things that happened this year that I can't talk about, I like really can't talk about. I feel like I didn't fully recover from. I feel like I was still holding on to something from it. And then on top of it losing my crush, like, was really getting to me. I literally looked directly in the mirror as I was, like, in tears. And I literally told myself in the mirror, I'm like, I wish, and then I said my crush's name. I wish he was here. And just other things. It was a lot. But things are how it is. And I'm fine with it. Today's a little bit hard. Still. But partly because I'm like starting to actually like feel like I'm losing my voice a little bit. And like whenever I like talk or something, it almost seems like I don't even know, it just feels weird. Like something just kind of feels off, but not like serious. It's just kind of like, oh, I cried for an hour, and when that happened, literally from that point, I actually went out there, and then something kind of made it worse, which was that he called to like talk to my dad for a second, and about something, and that made it worse. And so, but the good thing that happened, well, two good things. First good thing is that when he came, and he gave me a little gift, a little like early Christmas gift. He gave me $50. Then, the other like kind of good thing, well, the other good thing is actually my mom doesn't know this because we decided not to tell her, which is my mom never gave me my allowance this month. Like, the thing was that I got the $50, I literally gave it to Dad, and, like, I gave it to Dad, and I told him, like, I pulled up the Shop Piper Raquel website, and I'm like, I picked like, I'm gonna have you pick things. We got down to where we had like $10 left. We actually went like $4 over, but that was because of like shipping and tax and different things. And he didn't care. And we got down to the end and he's like, we had like $10 left and he wasn't gonna do anything with it. And he's like, I would go with dangly earrings, but the thing is you don't really like them. And I'm like, I don't hate them. They're definitely like not everyday earrings for me. I don't hate them. It's more that of the fact that like the last time I wore them a lot, like they were like the third pair of earrings I put on. So like it was kind of just, I didn't know if you needed a back for them. Like I did, they felt very different, and so it was kind of like cautious. And since I'm a dancer, they can't be every day. But I'm like, he went like, okay, then pick out a pair. So I'm ordered a pair. I got the baby eye, like gold and pink butterfly earring, because they're like butterfly shaped, but they say like baby eye on them, and that's cool. And then the funny thing, well, not really funny thing, but the cool part was that that after I picked them out, I saw like what he had picked out, and he picked out some good items. He picked out 2 other items that were very good. He picked out a necklace, and it happened to be the matching necklace for the earrings, so that worked out perfect. And then he picked out the California crop top. There's 2 different ones, and I think it was one because I didn't really like fully see. There's 2 different ones, but I think it was one. There's like a crop top like version, and then like another that's like a different form of crop top. And I'm not mad. I know this was the right decision, and I know deep down my mom's gonna make it up to me somehow, some way. And then we also found out some other news, which is that we found out recently that we're switching doctors for me because the one that had been there from the delivery room till now, like even after I got a doctor, like I still saw him and stuff. We found out he retired. But the thing that my mom doesn't know is that she never gave me my allowance, and I had planned to pre-order the calendar, the squad like rare calendar, under with my allowance, and then like soon as I got it, and then I realized yesterday I'm like I never got my allowance, and it's like 3 days late.
Lunch is here.
Okay, I'll go get it in a minute. And so I talked to my dad and he ordered it this morning. But peace out. I'm okay.